Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And today I'm bringing you some Demacia rally fun with Taric. So Taric and Demacia rallies. Now, instead of playing Taric Poppy, we're actually playing Taric, 2 Garens, and 1 Jarvan. Now, don't ask me how, I don't make the rules. This deck somehow is doing better than the traditional Taric Poppy list. Again, I don't make the rules. Figure out who created these beasts. But I'm guessing, if I was to take a stab at it, it's obviously because Jarvan can put a lot of pressure by just being able to kill one of the opponent's strongest units, whether it's like an Estriel, Seraphine, the Banes, right? You're able to kill the Banes with this. While Garen also lets you just buff all your challengers to actually give them enough attack, or in the case of the Broadwind, enough health to actually be able to kill like those Banes or those other units. And then Garen himself is a unit that the opponent has to deal with, because otherwise he levels up and starts doing the rallies. So it's a little bit different than playing the Poppy, because the Poppy is a little bit more vulnerable with 3 HP. So a little bit more of a heavier curve with Garen and Jarvan. But I think it actually ends up working out pretty well. This deck wins really, really fast. Like if you get ahead early, this deck just destroys people. At the same time, because we're playing a higher curve and you have a lot of spells like the rallies, you sometimes enter with some really awkward hands. So that's kind of the give and take that is with this deck. So the rest of the deck is going to build very similar to the Taric Poppy of old. We're playing double fleet for the tracker, 2 Friday Ibex. Ibex is actually super underrated because of all the support cards that we have, and because we're also playing the Darkened Lodestone. So we're able to support the Ibex really, really easily. That also gives +1/+1 to itself and to the unit that supported it. So all of a sudden, the damage can add up really quickly because of the IBETs. Triple Esmus to buff up our challenger units. Double Guiding Touch, a triple Pepper Cascade. That's just additional draw and ways for us to have our unit survive. Triple Broadwind, right? So triple Broadwind is one of the best challengers in this deck, and you can actually support it with Tiari. So we're also running triple Tiari. So Tiari gives us additional health to put it on the Broadwind and make the Broadwind a challenger that can pretty much kill almost anybody. We play double single combat because we're playing Garens to potentially level up Garen. 1 Darkened Ages, we can give the tough to one of our challengers. And 2 Lodestone because, like I said, having that extra support helps a lot, especially when you have Esmus, you can double buff something, or when you have Ibex on the field, it lets you just support the Ibex for additional stats. Triple Laurent Protege, so just more challengers to kind of help us just pull the opponent's units away. We have triple rally, triple golden ages, and 1 relentless pursuit, so 4 rallies total. And obviously, the whole idea with the rallies is that we can combine them with Taric. Remember, if you play a rally on Taric and you support a unit, then you rally again. The rally happens again. So with a Taric combination with a relentless pursuit or a golden ages, you will get to rally twice on 1 turn, right? So that's why we play this. As long as the golden ages, so the pursuit is the last card that you play on the Taric, then it will get duplicated again and allow you to attack another additional time. That's the combo with this deck, and usually the way that you win most games. That's why we play Taric. So no reason for me to talk more about Taric. Great unit, great blocker as well. Sometimes it's better to actually just draw with him instead of doing Guiding Touch on the face. So just keep that in mind. 1 Expense Protection, giving us the spell shield to actually protect our Taric, to allow us for our combo to go through. And then triple Sojourners. So triple Sojourners kind of combines with the fact that we have so many support units here, right? So we have Taric himself, we have Tiari, we have the Esmus, and then we have whatever unit gets buffed by the Darkened Lodestone, to create this chain where the Sojourner just makes the game go out of control. This card, if this card jumps down on the field and the opponent doesn't have a way to deal with it, your games are going to snowball out of control really, really, really quickly. It's one of the key cards in this deck, together with Taric, to be honest. And we kind of talked about our 2 champions a little bit. Garen is just there to buff our challengers because it's very easy for us to have a really wide board. And then Jarvan is there for some surprise attacks that the opponent, not prepared for. So have to pull some of those big units. This deck actually is performing really well, it looks like, in the stats. So if you're missing this Demacia type of style, give this a shot and see how it goes for you. Anyways, enough about that. Hope you enjoy the games coming up soon, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. See you at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. In this matchup, we're gonna against Twisted Face Swain. This is a bad matchup. Now, this is good for us. This is very good for us because it gives us the tough. Here we go like this, right? Being able to have access to the tough is really nice. because it protects us against like making rains and random flocks like that. So I guess we can go Brogwyn, Dark Ages, and then Traveler. But I mean, this is tough. This is tough. This is gonna be a tough matchup. They have too much removal. They could, I don't know if they play Calling Strike. Some of this list do. But putting 3 cards. Oh no, this is not looking great. Oh, Guiding Touch is really good though against Flock, at least. So potentially we're able to save our Brogwyn. Okay. Alright, so we can go through the Dark Ages here and not have to worry about like a random making rain. Also means we can push that damage against the tentacle and not have to worry about it. The Death Hand plus Flock combo still does us in. But if they're spending the 2 cards right now, then we can just transfer the Dark Ages to a different unit on a future turn. Yeah, they're gonna go for it. So what if we just attack? What if we just attack and have the Guiding Touch ready? What if we just negate in the Flock? I think that's correct, actually. I think it's correct for me to not do anything and just negate the opponent in the Flock. What we can do here is the Tracker plus Traveler, or we can even do double Traveler.
Like a fish in water.
No, I like the Tracker plus Traveler because we can just play Garen to buff this out of range of Twisted Fate. It's also gonna buff this out of range of Block, so the opponent's gonna have to commit like 2 cards to be able to actually kill this. Opponent has a spell here. This is gonna go up to 3. Unfortunately, that is pretty strong. You can always just drag that. Yeah, this card is a little bit strong. That's on the downside. I want to keep Guiding Touch mana. I think I want to keep Guiding Touch mana to save Garen. We should have probably just gone Guiding Touch there, to be honest. Yeah, because I should have just gone Guiding Touch there, now that I think about it. I think that Brogwyn was actually pretty important. Yeah, that Brogwyn was probably really important. So now we won't be able to play Garen. We're gonna have to go Protege, Dark Ages. We let ourselves... We played it too safe. It might still be okay though, but I do feel like it's gonna be a big deal now because Swain is leveled up. So Swain is leveled up, and we haven't gotten our Sojourners or Jarvan or Taric to actually threaten like any lethal damage.
I'm always up for a round or two.
So opponent's gonna go like this.
Something for all of you.
Which means that we can go Dark Ages. We can go Tiari, just kill the tentacle, I guess.
Whatever the journey brings, I welcome it.
Yeah, I kind of want to just kill this tentacle first. Second Flock doesn't do it because I'm still at 4. I'm giving the opponent the chance of sacrificing something into the Tiari. I'm good with either trade. Opponent doesn't take it. You can play Garen, I guess, to block a Swain. The Swain is leveled up though, which is a big deal. The Swain is leveled up. I would like to have Garen instead for my next attack. I wish I had rallies. Rallies will be good. Because I think that probably now is going to be the Leviathan, right? The Leviathan into Swain combo. How do we beat that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that we do. We might have to just start throwing the Guiding Touch out of the way now.
Looks like trouble.
Because why not? Yeah, I mean, if you want to attack with just a Fate, I don't know what you're thinking right here. I'm down to just do like this. I'm down to go like this. I think it's Garen time. It's Garen time, but the opponent's gonna have access to Leviathan. Right, so the opponent's gonna have access to Leviathan, and I think that's gonna be enough to shut us down. Because then they play Swain the turn after, and we're in trouble. Now, this allows me to kill her now. So if the opponent does go for the levy, we can technically kill it. So the opponent goes exactly for levy. Doesn't look horrible right now. Because levy taps them out to only 3 mana. And now that we top deck the rally, it means that we can pull challenge twice to kill the Leviathan. Swain? I mean, we can also do the same thing with Swain.
Born a patrician, I became a soldier. I demand satisfaction. Aha!
So we go like this.
Hardly fair.
We go like this. Get rid of Twist of Fate. I wish I probably done the health on the Garen, to be honest, but I kind of wanted to also buff the health here, so that this is out of range of like a flock. This is good enough to block the Swain next turn. So maybe we actually chill. Have Guiding Touch in case of a flock right here. Scorch Earth, yeah, exactly. So now we can just Guiding Touch. Maybe killing the Swain is correct though. But I kind of feel like I want to have access to my Garen. Because opponent still cannot attack. Oh wow, what a draw. What a draw. What a draw.
Today is the day we
Wow. So opponent has access to another flock, make a rain, Death Hand. Any of those are all very annoying for us. Do we ever rally here? Do we ever rally here? Opponent has 2 mana. I think we do. I think we absolutely do. Whoa, okay, so we do this one into this one into this one, and Garen can still survive, but doesn't survive against a flock because it take. Actually, we can make Garen survive. We gotta go here. If the opponent somehow has Make It Rain, it's gonna stun the Garen with the Swain. Garen's gonna be leveled up. We don't get value. We go like this. We go like this. I do think I want to level up Garen. Even if we have to use the Guiding Touch on the Garen right now to save it. Because if the opponent blocks here, then they set up for a flock to still kill us. No, okay, so they maybe. Okay, wow, wait. Don't you just lose? Don't you just lose in the open? You only have 3 blockers. You have to have the flock now, and doesn't do the flock now. You only have 3 blockers. We can go here.
We do what is right.
Here, here, here. We go like this.
Hold tight.
Our weakest unit is dealing 4. You need to have like a flock plus something else. You need to have a flock plus, because a flock by itself is not enough because of the Guiding Touch. Yeah, I mean, they still lose anyways, even if they block last turn. What could they have had in their hand that they couldn't do anything last turn? That's crazy. GG's. In this match, we're gonna get Swain, Misfortune, and TF. So this is more like a pirate aggro. As you all saw, it's kind of like the deck that we reach Masters with. I don't think we can keep the Sojourners of the Golden Ages because we're going to be sacrificing our units pretty much. Now, I do like the idea... Okay, Taric is a great blocker. I like the idea of... Okay, we can now block with the Ibex, right? Because the Ibex is just going to get buffed up by the Tiari. So what we can do... Guiding Touch is good, Taric is good. What we can do is that we can play Tiari here. Is this even better? This is probably better than Tiari. No, I like Tiari better. Just the... Wow, no, okay. I like the Asmus. That way we can just buff something up with Taric. This will still become a good blocker into the rear guard or any other unit that the opponent summons. My only downside with the Esmus is the fact that it's not a good blocker next turn. The best thing that could happen is us hitting the Taric with the gem. Otherwise, we're gonna be taking another. Okay, well we hit Garen.
For silver I talk, for gold I feasted.
Ha. I guess we gotta go Taric.
Tomorrow, the summit.
Gotta go Taric. Yeah, Esmus is not a good blocker. But we can block here, and then we can block here, and I guess block here, might as well. But now we're in a really bad spot. If we just take that damage, I think that's worse. So I think we have to just block this way. I think taking that extra damage from the rear guard is a mistake. Now we do have single combat, which is nice, and we still have the guiding touch, which is also nice. We'll play the Taric. Opponent could have Twisted Fate and just wreck card here. Or make it rain, that also works. Either way, I don't think there was anything I could have done about it. Don't feel like attacking with him. We could play Garen next if the opponent lets us. But then that taps us out of any answers. We ended up getting a lot of expensive stuff. The opponent just open attacks. We can single combat and sacrifice Taric. Right? So we can go... No matter what, this is gonna hit, right? So we can go like this and single combat here. Force the opponent to replay that. We still go down to 4. Yeah, no matter what, because the attack was really triggered, as long as the single combat goes through, it's still gonna happen. So all we can do is this into Garen. And that's, I guess our hope is going to be the second Garen. Actually, we cannot do Garen because perhaps it's out of guiding touch. We have to go here. Taric. At least we ended up getting a cheap unit. So we're able to remove one of their attackers. This guy's going to get buffed by another Anna Akaboros.
Starting your climb, Taric. It's about time.
I'll see you at the top.
We have to pull... We have to... buff the Taric with the Taric so that she has tough. But it's gonna make it rain. Make it rain again. Okay, so I guess the tough doesn't matter now, right? So the tough doesn't matter anymore, so we're just gonna go like this.
No time to rest.
Might as well just pull this one. No matter which one we pull, opponent can just do whatever they want. That was their third make it rain. That was a Thermic Rain. Pot of Pain gets us to 1, and then Fervor gets the last 3 damage.
Just need a second.
1 foot in front of
So if they also have Fervor, I think we're screwed.
Empire above
So
all.
Swain is fine, because Swain doesn't beat the Garen.
At my heart and sword.
So the opponent just gave us an out right here.
Never forgotten.
I don't think they expected the Garen. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So that's gonna be... That is gonna be enough. I guess let's force him to attack with everything. That's gonna be enough.
I stand ready.
So we're gonna have to block. I guess if we block here... So this unit's gonna die regardless. So is that one. We have to block everywhere.
No giving up.
Go like this. Second guiding touch, and the Swain still stays alive, but then again the Garen gets regen, so it's not that big of a deal. But if the opponent gets Leviathan, we lose the game because he gets to stun us. So we have to hope for here. What are we hoping for here? Are we supposed to develop first? Opponent already used every make it rain already. What if we're supposed to draw? What if we're supposed to look for the rally? Opponent already used every make it rain and they only play 1 Twisted Fate. I don't think healing the Nexus matter because we always lose to the Fervor or the Decimate. And opponent already, like I said, opponent already used triple make it rain, so I think we actually just heal. I think we actually just heal. So that we could draw twice and try to join to the rally. Unfortunately, we don't get the rally. We have one more draw for it. We have one more draw for the rally.
You pay first. This is outrage.
We have one more draw for the rally.
There is nowhere left to go but up.
Hi, come on. Are you kidding me? Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Opponent plays Leviathan here, and they win the game? I think I have to go for it. I think I always have to go for it. If the opponent has it, they have it. Okay. They need to transfer the panel pain. That's lethal. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so single combat, second Garen, single combat. Single combat doesn't do it because as soon as he triggers the attack, he's fine. They need to open. One off. One card off. Wait, what? There's no way for me to kill. There's no way for me to kill the Swain. There's no way for me to kill the Swain, unfortunately. And if I attack with the rest of my units, they just get pulled.
Look sharp.
We know that the opponent has a block. We know that the opponent has a flock.
Lost in reflection.
I do this.
They have to attack, right? I mean, even if they don't attack, like as the moment that I put the rally, they just attack and win the game. Unfortunately, if I had summoned another unit last turn, which I probably should have, then this mistake would have actually won us the game by the opponent. No, that's not true, because we would have been able to. We still would have been able to drag. They need to just. I mean, I don't need to attack. They need to wait for me to use the rally. And the moment I use the rally, now they have to attack. Like, now they have to attack. Because if they don't attack, they just lose the game. What? Wait. Are you serious?
Hardly fair.
They just lose the game then. They have to block with everything.
Unyielding.
They have to... Opponent. What? What just happened? Oh, opponent, I'm so disappointed. I'm actually so disappointed. You had the wins like... You had the win like 2 different ways. Wow. Wow. Yeah, you know, you need to surrender and go think about what you just did there. You had the impact trigger. If you guys don't know, as long as he declares an attack, then single combat cannot do anything about it. Because the moment that you declare an attack, if I do single combat on the Swain, the way that impact works is that it counts as a hit as long as you're already like on the attack, like already committed to the attack. So if I was to single combat their Swain, the impact still triggers and does the 1 HP. I already used 2 Guiding Touch. Playing around the 3rd Guiding Touch doesn't make sense either. GG's. In this match, we're going against Akshan Seraphine. Oh no, is this gonna be an infinite deck? Am I gonna get infinite? I'm gonna keep Taric and 1 rally. Okay, our hand, we just got punished. I feel like keeping Taric and 1 rally is always correct though. I feel like this is how you win most of your games. So you get to put a lot of pressure having both of them available. Unfortunately, we end up getting a 2nd rally and we end up getting Legionnaires, which not really what we're looking for in order to actually have a board for when we actually jump Taric. Now, Opponent could have negation, obviously, etc, etc. They also could have like removal for our units that are gonna get obviously the buff from Taric, so I need to be careful. And our hand does not look any better. I guess by turn 7 we'll have double rally and Taric on the field. Wow, 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 wow. Oh no, this is not looking great. We are attacking on turn 6, so technically we play the Taric and the Sojourners. We could have a pretty good attack, because we could play Taric, Sojourners, and also have Jarvan coming down. That's not bad. Actually, this is not looking horrible just yet, depending on what the opponent has. They also didn't get action on turn 2, right? So not getting action on turn 2 is a big deal. That's a big deal. So now we can play Taric, then Sojourners, and then on turn 6 we just open up with a big Jarvan that's gonna get buffed up. And then everything's gonna be right in the world, right? It's that easy. It's that easy. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Actually. Everything that could go wrong with this hand has actually gone wrong with this hand. What if we just pass? What if we just pass? Yeah, what if we just pass and don't do anything? Now, we could play Tiari and then threaten the Golden Ages, but again, I'm kind of scared that if we do that, we're gonna just have like opponent Mystic Shot both our units, or High Notes, or anything like that. So I don't think that's correct either. I think it's absolutely always 100% the Mountain Sojourners, and just rip it, right? Force the opponent here to kill the Sojourners with like a thermal if they have it.
You know how it is.
Ooh, no, yes, it's still like this. I think it's still like this. I think it's still like this.
And good luck on your journey.
I think I still like it this way. Because everything's gonna get buffed up by so much, right? And I'm gonna take this 5. I'm gonna take this 5. I don't need to take damage if I don't need to. He has no way to kill Taric or the Sojourners. At most, he can only kill the Esmus. Allure? Okay, that's what they got from Seraphine. Spell Shield? Come on. And now this is gonna be pretty nasty. So we can go here, 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 and go like this. Or we could play the Tiara instead. No, I like it. I like it like this.
Everyone okay?
I like this big attack this way. This is pushing 12 damage, and Jarvan gets to get buffed up by everything, right? We have a full chain going on here, so the Jarvan ended up getting buffed by 2. We potentially lose the Sojourners, but that's fine. Then we have 2 rallies that we can threaten next turn, plus the Guiding Touch. The opponent's gonna have to commit double Scrying Sands to stop their action from not dying here. Shapestorm? Another Shapestorm? Like, losing the Sojourners is sad, but not impossible. Not like impossible for us to deal with. Yeah, okay, so the opponent's just gonna go all in, which is fine. We still have access to second Taric to buff our first Taric if we need to. We have double rally next turn if we need to. The opponent's gonna have to keep mana for rally negation. They will be able to predict into something here. And their Seraphine is gonna level up. So Seraphine is gonna level up. However, with this big Jarvan on the field, because
Let's keep that beat going.
the opponent's trying to predict twice. They're trying to see if they can get a spell here as discounted, and they got it, so that they can level up Seraphine and then predict twice with the Relic of Power.
Light stage and
That makes sense.
All right, let's jam.
Good on them. They got it. So now we have to deal with a level of Seraphine and double Relic of Power. So opponent's gonna have access to 5, 7, 8 cards. Has committed a double Shapestone though. I just hope it's not infinite. I just hope it's not like an infinite combo, because that's gonna be really annoying to deal with. Like, as long as it's not infinite, I think we're fine. When I say fine, I feel like we're almost dead, but you know, we have a small chance. Opponent tapped out a double round of negation too. So they're gonna have a way to stop the Taric from attacking. And I don't think they do. I don't think they do. Lucky fine. So they're trying to use OTK us here with like a big overwhelm. Oh. +1/+1. They get to do another one. They're trying to trigger the action. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to go infinite. So they're trying to trigger the action now by obviously targeting twice. They get spell shield on top of it. They just need to have 3 more spells here. And it's likely that they could have that. And once they trigger the action, the horse is going to trigger twice, reducing everything by 2 costs and giving them 4 draw. Because the Seraphine copies the Phantom Power. So it is an infinite deck. It is an infinite deck because once they do that, they can also copy stuff with thing. However, they need to have multiple actions to do this.
Admire me later.
As long as they cannot do it at burst speed, I think we're fine. Because again, we have the rallies. Absorber.
You can thank me later.
So then they get to trigger it here. Oh boy. And there you go. They copy it. Now they go for the Phantom Power. So that's what I was talking about, right? So now they get the Phantom Power, gives them access to another Overwhelm. We do have the Taric's Blessing to protect against the action if we need to. Couldn't really use double Shapestone, but they could easily have so many answers here. Our hand was just a little bit too awkward. Like if we had more early pressure, we could potentially threaten something. But we didn't have any early protection. Opponent wants to get another. So what opponent's trying to do here is get another Phantom Power. If they have a Mystic Shot, we lose. If they have a Mystic Shot, we lose. I don't think that we can give up on the... Yeah, I don't think we can give up on the Jarvan. If they have the Mystic Shot, they have it. I can't do anything about it.
Honor the mountain.
They could also have the Curse of Power. But we had to block because he was lethal if we didn't block. So they got the spell shield, they got the buffs. At least the opponent will just finish this quick. That's better than nothing. Yeah, there it is, and they get the win. Cool. Curse of the Tongue gets copied as well. Cool game. Yeah, we took too much damage early on because we didn't have enough units, right? Because otherwise you could have just pressed OK if we didn't have that much health. But we had no way to stop this, so GG's. In this matchup, we're getting against Ahri Zoe. I think this should be good for us. I don't know how their deck will be able to handle the pressure that we're going to put in with this hand specifically. Right? We keep the Challenger, we have the Asmus. The Sojourner is there for us for later. I'm sure that we can get other stuff before, obviously, the Sojourner needs to happen. Yeah, you're going to have to spend cards, so... That's why I wanted to keep the fleet for the tracker, so the opponent has to spend cards to actually keep that alive. And then we'll have the Esmus anyways as an elusive blocker going forward. Now, I do need the rest of my curve, right? I did get greedy with Sojourners, but that's because I figured that I will get an earlier curve eventually. But so far, that's not looking like that, right? They shouldn't have a way to remove this fleet for the tracker. So we should be able to threaten. Okay. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it still taking this out. Yeah, because otherwise they will get probably like a unit that can obviously get advantage of that. Unfortunately, we're getting punished by keeping the Sojourners. So that's a little bit awkward. Now, if we get like a Taric here, this would be pretty nice. Otherwise, I think we're still in a bad spot. I guess we can play this on the next opponent's attack, but I don't think that's going to make a big difference. Wow. Yeah, that's not. This is not great. This is not great. We don't want to rally just yet.
The dark beckons.
Obviously. I think we got in touch. Just to be mana efficient. Garen would have been kind of nice. I mean, Garen's going to be nice next turn. Not Kanda would have been like, it is going to be nice next turn. So here we can do the Sojourners. Force the opponent to have to have something to like recall this, right? Because they probably don't want this card to get to support the rest of my units.
Sometimes you're the bait.
So we go like this first. I do need to play around Twin. Now the only thing that they have that can deal with this is going to be Homecoming, right? So they tapped out of Homecoming. Oh, okay, alright. All I need to play around is Twin then. The Twin only buffs by 2 attack.
Enders out here.
So the Twin only buffs by 2 attack. Maybe he doesn't even attack with the rest of their units.
About to reel it in.
They could have Momentous Choice, but they will need to have double Momentous Choice to really make this. Oh, I guess it's not true. I guess they could only have. They do only need to have 1 to really make this worth it, huh? I think I have to let this go. I think I have to let both of them go. I don't want to put damage on the Sojourners, but I also feel like this is gonna be a little bit risky. So Pelka's Cave. Okay. I did forget that they weren't target. I was just counting Momentous Choice. But it's possible that they have Momentous Choice plus Pelka's Cave, right? So kinda glad that I didn't go too crazy about it. Can play Garen and then play the Golden Ages.
For Demacia.
Right? So this is gonna make it. I guess the opponent's gonna easily have recalls to stop this hit. And they could have denied to stop the Ages. At this point, all they're trying to do is just keep all their elusives alive. They need to have the deny, so they shouldn't be able to tap out a deny here. Right? I guess I forced them to have it. Yeah, I forced them to have it every single time. Those don't have the deny, so now they're gonna have to have a recall, otherwise the Garen levels up.
I live for those who cannot.
Hold tight.
So now they have to have a self-recall, otherwise the Garen levels up, and they have to block, but they do have a lot of elusives. If they don't have a recall here, Garen levels up, and I don't think they have enough mana to kill us. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8? I guess they could have, but that's not true because we have an elusive blocker. So what are they playing at? What are they playing at? 3 sets 8. We block with the Esmus. We block with the Esmus. Which has single combat.
I will play my part.
We play single combat. And we also could just. Oh well, we cannot pass. I was gonna say we could just press OK. But we won't be able to press OK. So I guess if the opponent has enough buffs here to get to Momentous Choice plus Twin, doesn't get them there. They have to have double Momentous Choice. Oh no, no. Wow. Okay. Ha. So this is lethal then? Opponent has no blockers?
Everyone okay?
Opponent has no blockers and we have a rally? Huh. Maybe they just forgot about my elusive blocker. GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Viktor, Seraphine, Ionia. Now, when we go against Ionia, I think it ends up being really good for us. Wow, the Sojourners is really good and so is the rally. I don't like the fact that I don't have a curve though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're also not attacking on 5. Wow. I think I need to keep it. I think I need to keep it and just hope that I get early units. I might get punished for this. I absolutely will get punished for this. So far we're good though. So far we're good. Right? So far we're not getting punished by this greedy keep of a hand. But I think this... Oh, wow. I think this hand does the absolute most pressure onto the opponent. Now we know that this card is going to stay alive no matter what as well, because he has an extra 2 health. Gonna play Taric, gonna play Sojourners. Opponent's going to have to kill this card. And then we also going to have Jarvan and the stuff. My weakest follower? Sure. That's a lot of information for the opponent. That sucks. That's a 2-mana randomly generated card that just killed my unit, right? But it's okay. We have the Taric. We're gonna have the rallies, right? So we're gonna have the Taric plus the rally. So opponent's gonna have to deal with this Taric. Now, opponent only has 4 mana, so they're not able to deal with it right now.
The journey is yours.
Kinda wish I had this last turn instead. Unworthy Soul. All that does is just recall me back, right? So we just go like this. And then next time we still do the same thing. We play Taric. This still goes up to 2 HP, so that's okay. We play Taric, and then the opponent can never tap out of 4 because we can just rally. So the opponent is not allowed to tap out of 4 mana here. That's so greedy. Wow. 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 I cannot believe this. Oh, I cannot believe this. Oh, that's so lucky. That's such a lucky hit by them, by the way. So technically... So... I like the Pursuit. I like the Pursuit. Gives me the 4 attack, so that the opponent tries to pull this Taric. They can't pull it. It also means that we're not losing to like a Mystic shot, right? So we're not losing to a Mystic. Opponent needs to kill the Tiari. If you don't kill the Tiari, this doesn't make sense. Okay, that still doesn't make sense. Because the problem for the opponent is that this thing buffs itself and it's gonna have top. It gives +1/+1 to both, and we still get the rally off. So this is lethal already.
Oh, you sound great.
Like this is almost gonna be lethal. Actually, it's lethal next time because of the Jarvan.
Sorry, Papa.
He has to lose the. He's gonna lose the Viktor here, right? So the opponent's gonna lose the Viktor here no matter what. Blocks the wrong one as well. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's why I put the Relentless Pursuit on the Taric, so that I wouldn't die to like a Mystic, because if I didn't put it on the Taric, the opponent could pull with the Viktor, and then do like a Mystic shot or a Twin. So by putting it on that, I guess I could have done the same thing with the Golden Ages, but I kind of like just giving the extra attack so that we can try to more damage this turn, so GG's. In this match, we're going against Annie Jhin. We do have decent blockers. And obviously we have the challengers, but we're not getting anything right now. The Guiding Touch, kicking the Guiding Touch hurts, but I have to because I'm looking for Broadwind. Looking for Broadwind. We don't get the Broadwind. Taric is a good blocker, but it might come in a little bit too late because we're gonna just take too much damage. We're taking way too much damage. I needed to have the Broadwind, or we literally got the worst one of our early drops that we could have gotten. Because we don't get a 1-drop that can beat this. We don't get that. Oh yeah, this is bad. This is bad. We mulligan a little bit too late. Actually, maybe we play it now, right? We play it now. Play Pale Cascade. Or actually, I'm willing to just sacrifice it too.
In position.
Or do we Pale Cascade this? Now let's Pale Cascade. I think I'm gonna need the blocker. I'm gonna need the blocker. So let's Pale Cascade and then do Esmus. We're taking 4. We have Guiding Touch now. We can buff this up to 2, and then it buffs itself up to 3. Opponent could block it with the Tusk Speaker, but then that means that the damage are not taken later. We could also play the Tiari instead, since Tiari is a better blocker. That way this stays alive, by the way, because he's gonna give it an extra health. And if the opponent wants to block the Tiari here, I'm okay with that. This still allows us to block the rear guard because he's gonna stay at 4 health. And then we can play Taric.
War Mason, reporting for
Oh, they get the Jhin too. So we take 3. We have Guiding Touch, which is really big. We can play Taric. If the opponent plays Jhin, then that's a little bit more annoying. Oh, I guess we can. Okay, so opponent goes for the Jhin. So I guess yeah, let's go Taric. We have blockers for both. We just take the 4. I say we just take the 4, but taking the 4 is a lot. Yeah, we just go like this. Taking the 4 is a lot. So it's not just taking 4. Now, we could just kill this with Mr. Darken Ages. We could also just do it with the Broadwind now, huh? So we can just do it with the Broadwind as well. Like, unless the opponent has a way to trigger spells twice. So that's why we need to summon the Esmus as soon as possible.
I have my orders.
Yeah, so we go like this. Opponent could have access to Fervor, which is making me feel like I shouldn't tap out of anything here. So the Fervor, but I mean, that's a Fervor that doesn't go to face. Grenade? Oh, wait, but that's fine. Wait, that's okay then? His opponent just spends their Jhin. We just do Darken Ages. And we still get to buff it up to 4 to kill the Jhin. Oh, that's awesome. So we still get to kill the Jhin anyways. Keep our unit alive. And we go here. Obviously, we're still in trouble because we're only pushing 6. We're still at 8. Opponent's going to get a Bouncing Bomb. That's going to deal 4 to a unit. A second bounce, sorry. So we're going to take 4. We're going to take 1. We're going to take 1 damage with this. We take 1 damage with the Saboteur. But we can easily negate that, right? We start with the Fleet Feather. And then we play Garen. The opponent plays like something risky.
If we seek forgiveness, we must commit all.
So was Garen. So was Garen now. The Taric stays alive from the Bouncing Bomb now. And our blockers are a little bit more efficient. Even if the opponent has a second stagehand. Yep, there we go. We were able to stabilize. If the opponent has a second stagehand, we still have 3 blockers for the 2 stagehands, and we only take 3 damage. I guess that's not true because the opponent also has the Bouncing Bomb. So we would have taken 5 damage. Because we have to definitely block the 2 stagehands, but GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoy those games. You can see what I'm talking about. Sometimes some games just snowball out of control. Heck, we won a couple games so easily by just sticking the Mountain Surgeons in there and just pushing a ton of damage. This card can just be so busted sometimes, as you saw against the Seraphine Viktor game, right? It just gets out of control. And obviously the rally himself from Taric just completely obliterates most opponents. In terms of mulligan, I definitely want to look for some challenges early, especially if I get the Broadwind, right? So I want to have an early curve because we do have a lot of expensive stuff between the spells. Like if you look at our card breakdown, we have what, 14 cards that are 4 costs or higher. So I usually want to look for early units on my curve. I will only keep Taric. Actually, that's not true. I keep Taric and a rally sometimes if I have both in my hand. But if I don't have both in my hand, I only keep Taric if I already have like early enough units. But, you know, most of the times it's probably better to keep the Taric anyways, because that's how you win most games. So I will go to keep the Taric, keep your Broadwind, keep your Fleet Feather Tracker, keep your Esmus, right? Just look for these early units, keep your Bloating Protege that will allow you to challenge and be able to give you targets that you can support. That's usually the way that you want to create your board early on and be able to kind of take over the game from there. But enough about that. Hope you enjoyed the games today, and if you did, make sure to like this video below and subscribe to us. We post LR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream 3 to 4 times a day, and if you're watching this on Friday night, we're probably going to be streaming sometime around 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern time after we finish our Aegis esports sets. So just keep a lookout for that stream tonight. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow.